One thing that starts to bother me about bikes is when they come out with a new bike or a new style, they tend to change everything that you were using before. This is a seat rack, well, a bike rack, but it attaches to the seat post. And I bought panniers, which are the saddlebags, and that's why I wanted a rack mainly to hold panniers. But as you can see, the new styles have these short pannier supports, which are fine, except as soon as you put anything in the pannier, it hits up against the wheel. So the other type of rack, the old-fashioned racks, would have metal supports that go down to these eyelets. They're called eyelets on either side. So then I looked at bungee cords. The rack actually comes with one bungee cord, and I could stretch it side to side. I think it's mainly for tying things on the top of the rack. But anyway, this is simple crocheted rope, and this is how I'm solving this problem. This is a size N crochet hook and simple worsted weight yarn, and you just crochet a strand, and I can pull some out. I can show you how to do that in a minute. It's very simple. I'm sure there's an online video to tell you how to do that, or you can use any kind of rope that you have. It's just that I had this available. So what I did was thread it through the eyelet and then back up to 2 points on the rack. And I looked at bungee cords. They're like $7, which is not that much, but they go one end really up to here. They'd be clipping on here, and then they'd be moving back and forth, and this is going to work better. So I'm going to do the other side, and then I'm going to put the panniers on. Okay, if you pretend that that's just single strand worsted weight yarn, this is how you make a crochet chain. You loop it over like that, bring it around from the right, pull the loop over, and that'll get you started. And then you just continue pulling the rope over from the right, the yarn over from the right, and this will be thicker because I've already done it. And you just make your rope. Now, the reason I picked crocheted rope over, say, lucided rope or commercial rope or clothesline, 2 reasons. Whoops. If you look at the eyelet, crocheted rope is the thinnest rope that I can make, and you not only want to get it through the eyelet, you want to make sure, and I don't know if you can see that correctly, that when you're switching gears and you go to this smallest gear wheel, you don't want the chain to be interfering with what you have in the eyelet. So with a bungee cord that has the big hook on it, you'd have a metal hook through the eyelet. With the other kind of rack, you'd have a screw head on the inside. And that's probably why they give you more than one eyelet, so you can find the best place where you're not going to interfere with the chain. But that's why I chose crochet rope. It's the thinnest. And part of my annoyance, this is a Schwinn rack. It's the rack they decided goes on this bike. I looked at an awful lot of different racks. I could have made some adjustments maybe to the kind that are supported by the frame, but this is the rack that goes with the bike, and because I wanted panniers, this is what Schwinn thinks is a pannier support. Except, so this will support the pannier, But like I said, as soon as you put anything in it, it's hitting the spokes. So let's put the panniers on now and see how it looks. This is the underside of a fairly inexpensive set of panniers. And you can see that you have Velcro tabs. And these 4 are going to go around areas on the rack. And then these, there are 2 on each of the side panels. And these go on that lower support bar right here. So does it work? Yes, it does. I have them on there. This is where you want to keep in mind you want both sides balanced. Right now I have stuff in here, this side, but not on the other side. Once I throw my helmet in that side, this will be more balanced. It seems loose, but it's not. There's just a little bit of leeway in the Velcro tabs. But you can see in here how that rope, that simple rope, is going to keep these from going into the spokes. Now this one in the back that has stuff in it, it's kind of bowing in just a little bit. So with that, what I can do is pull it tighter. Pull the rope tighter and force that pannier out just a little bit more. But it's not hitting the spoke. It's just caving in a little bit. So very simple fix. Now I bought this bike. It's a Schwinn Adamson hybrid. I bought it in 2021. I got it on sale. I just looked at the receipt, and altogether with the shipping, I only paid $178 for it. So in today's bike markets, it was a bargain. Don't throw out your old stuff. This is my tool bag. This was actually my son's like everything bag on his bike, and once he moved, you know, into his own home and everything, he left a lot of stuff behind, and I've cleaned it up. I use it for maps and the different wrenches that go with the bikes. And I'm going to put this on the front of the Schwinn. I've had it on the rack. I'm going to put it on the front. But you can see the Velcro came apart. And this is another quick fix. So a new bag like this, and I'm using my treadle. I don't know, they're anywhere from 15 to 25. But why buy new if you have an old that works? And it's just a matter of fixing little things like this. You know, I mean, when I was a teenager, I would say, oh, it's old, I don't want it, I need a new one, I need a different color. And I'm different now. I really don't like spending money if I don't have to. So there we go, and that's a quick way to fix this bag, and this bag will now go right on the bike.